What did I see? I saw a lot of people who never really saw or experienced a random act of kindness ever in their life.
Well, I saw people filled with hope and with God. Like, I met this guy named Franco, and he didn't want me to pray for him, he wanted me to pray for his daughter. So it just showed like he's not caring for himself, he's caring for his family and for God more.
What I saw was a lot of children coming from broken families, and I saw that they were just craving attention because either their parents couldn't give it to them because they were trying to support them, or just because they were all worried about themselves. And really that just kind of broke my heart, because children at a young age need somebody to love on them.
I saw a lot of broken people that needed Jesus, and they just needed someone to love on them. But even though they were broken, they were some of the most happy, optimistic people I've ever seen.
I saw a huge city crammed with tons of people, but what was odd to me is they were all lonely people. You'd just go into restaurants and you'd see all these people sitting by themselves, and most of the people who were sitting by themselves were New Yorkers, or they'd be looking at their phone. They were just all in their own little universe.
I'd live like I'm not scared, give when it's not fair, live life for another, take time for a brother, fight for the weak ones, speak out for freedom, find faith in the battle, stand tall but above it all, fix my eyes on you,
What did I feel? I felt good to know that people know that someone out there cares for them. Not just Christ, but just someone off the streets that they never met before.
I felt like I take things for granted. Like I shouldn't like complain like, oh, we don't have any chips left, or we don't have any pop left, because like you see people that don't even have like sandwiches or like water just to drink or eat for a day.
What I felt was very selfish because of all the things I have. I took for granted a lot of things I have, like the fact that I have food that is perfectly good and goes to waste most of the time, or the fact that I have water or heat or air conditioning, and honestly, I took that for granted, and I felt really selfish after seeing what I saw in New York.
I felt that this trip was a very humbling experience, and just to see that I was spending $5 on a coffee, and they were taking 9-10 hours a day collecting bottles and cans to get $5.
I felt a lot of compassion for the homeless people, and I wish there was more we could have done, because $1 to us means so much to them. And there's all these little things that we could give to them that would mean so much, and we wouldn't even remember giving it away.
I'd live like I'm not scared, give when it's not fair, live life for another, take time for a brother, fight for the weak ones, speak out for freedom, find faith in the battle, stand tall but above it all, fix my eyes on you.
What did I learn? I learned for myself poverty, just how people survive on the streets. It's crazy how people just keep on going through their life and how happy they are with nothing.
I learned that like family and God is the key to like life. Like if we don't trust in God, or if we don't take care of our family and like respect them, then you don't know what's gonna happen. Like you could end up on the streets, like regretting like your fight you had with your mom or your sister, or just regret anything.
What I learned while I was in New York was that you really don't know where people are coming from, why they're at the place where they are, or what happened to them to get them there. You don't know, and you can't judge them for that. All you can do is love on them.
I learned that Times Square used to be very big on human trafficking, and it was one of the biggest human trafficking sites in the U.S. And even though they've tried to slow that down, it's still a very big problem in the United States today.
I learned that there's little things that I take for granted every day that would mean so much to those people who are living on the streets with nothing. There was this one man we met named Joseph, and he really impacted me because he was telling us about how $1 every day meant that he could get a cup of coffee. And there was this little blanket he showed us that was shaped like a basketball, and he was so excited that he found it. And just little things like that meant so much to him would mean nothing to me. And I just learned that there's a lot that I take for granted.
Fix my eyes on you. On you. I learned the lines and talked the talk. Everybody knows it, everybody knows it. But the road less traveled is hard to walk. Everybody knows it, everybody knows. It takes a soldier who knows his orders to walk the walk I'm supposed to walk. And live like I'm not scared. Give when it's not fair. Live life for another. Take time for a brother. Fight for the weak ones. Speak out for freedom. Find faith in the battle. Stand tall but above it all. Fix my eyes on you. On you. The things of earth are dimming in the light of your glory and grace. I'll set the sights upon heaven. I'm fixing my eyes on you. Oh, 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 yeah. I'm fixing my eyes on you.
The one thing about this trip was to lead people to the Lord. And I had the opportunity one day on the trip, on an outreach, while we were handing out water bottles and candy bars, and inviting people to an outreach later that evening. I had a conversation with these three men, Jose, Santo, and Domingo, and through God, he opened the door, and with the help of this bracelet, showing them the road to salvation, they prayed the prayer of salvation with me, and Jose pulled us aside for an hour, me and Pastor Paris, and we prayed for him, and we prayed for his mom who has cancer, and he said that this would be one of the best things that has ever happened to him, and this would be a change for the better.